So I'm going to work on this badly neglected potato and jicama patch. As you can tell, there's some weeds, mostly Guinea grass, all around the perimeter. Those yellow flowers are what I believe is Sunn Hemp. Yeah, I'll probably leave a lot of those in there. Anyway, let's get started. Sweet potato. Here I found a ball of giant slugs. Didn't really get a good photo of it, but I brought them over to the chickens and they always like to have them. Well, the battery kind of ran out, but that's probably good for everybody, so you don't have to watch all of the weed pulling. Anyway, we'll transition over to more exciting things. Alright, pardon the sound. I'm going to plant, I have actually I have two of these jicama, and there's two in here as well. There's jicama already planted right here and here, and then this is sweet potato. These are sweet potatoes that I started from a slip. I might have a video of that, I'm not sure. But pretty much you just take the cutting off of you put the sweet potato in the ground and it grows these little slips, little starters, and then you pull them off and you root them. These have been rooting for a while, they're the same shape. Let's see if I can separate these. Alright, so it turns out that there's only 3 of them in this clump, but you can see the roots that all grew in the water. Same with this one and this funky little weird one. These did the same thing, and I have a bunch more than 3, so I'm gonna go plant those with the jicama in the rest of this area here. So I'm not a huge fan of tilling up all the stuff, but it makes it life easier sometimes, so I'm just gonna kind of loosen up everything, and then I'm going to come back and cover it with mulch, shredded cardboard and paper before I plant it, because the reverse is a pain. I end up putting a plant in and then you have to kind of like make sure you don't crush all the new plants when you put the mulch around it, so I decided to put the mulch first and then try to dig little holes for the plants. See how it goes. So here I have some jicama that I'm going to throw one in, but I found some weeds. So of course, when you pick weeds inside your fenced garden area, you should just throw them on the side, still inside the garden area. Yeah, probably not a great idea. Anyways. So I almost forgot to talk about this new hat that I have. My daughter bought me this little ventilated hat. So it has these 2 little solar fans on the front, and you actually have to turn them on to battery mode, because if you don't and it just runs on solar, it'll turn off every time you get out of direct sunlight. But it's a really cool hat. It worked really well that day. Had a nice little breeze in my face. But yes, thank you to my daughter. Alright, I'll attempt to voice over what I was thinking I was going to do. So yeah, planted jicama. There's a sweet potato. Yeah, big surprise, another jicama. Yeah, that's all jicama and sweet potatoes. And our ulu tree. This is an Otea ulu from Fiji. And a little tiny, what is that called? Mexican spinach chaya. And then this is a little kalo plant, taro. But that's about it. Thanks.